Alright, so continuing with the part 3 of this multi-series of videos of setting up Umbrel in Ubuntu with Docker and Docker Compose, we completed the installation of Docker, and you can see here that this message shows that your installation appears to be working correctly. We verify that Docker is installed correctly. We can see here that the Docker version command will tell us the Docker version that we installed, and we installed the Docker version 20.10.9, which is the latest version as of today, November 7th, and 2021. And this part now is completed, Docker installation, and we're going to move forward now to the Docker Compose installation. Docker Compose installation is the second requirement for running Umbrel in your Linux PC or your Linux laptop. So I will go here to the instructions of the website of Docker to install Docker Compose, and Docker Compose can be installed running this command here to install the stable version. Again, since this is going to be running Umbrel, you want to be sure that you have the stable versions on your system. You don't want to be running testing versions or any crazy versions that will create problems in the future on your Umbrel node. So what I will do here is I will copy this command, and we will run this command in our computer, in our Linux computer. So we'll go here and I will go to the directory. It's not necessary, but I like to keep everything tight and organized. So I will go to the same download directory, same directory of Linux software, and then Docker code. And then here we have the three packages that we install manually for Docker to work in Ubuntu. And then I will run that command that we saw here, and it's asking us to paste this command. It will need administrative services, so I will say it's okay. And we don't have the application curl installed, so that's why this command didn't work. So what I will do, again, is just this laptop and system is a fresh installation. That's why we don't have many of the dependencies and commands. I wanted to make it very clean so everyone can follow the same details. So we will need to install curl, sudo apt install curl. That's an application that we need to install to download the packet of Docker Compose and some other. It's basically like a text-based browser. It's like a text-based type of Chrome or Firefox. It's a browser to connect to web servers, but via the CLI, the command line interface. And then what we do is we try to run that command again, which is, I will copy again the command and paste it. It's this command here. And let's proceed and paste it here, and then we press enter, and then you can see that the process starts to download very quickly, and it downloads a new code. And if I run the command ls-l, we should see what it say here. Oh, okay, never mind. The command downloads the packet of Docker, but it will move the packet into the usr local bin Docker Compose directory. So if we follow the instructions, it will install the latest version here, 129.2, and then we need to do the step number 2, which is make it executable. The binary, we have to make it executable. So we have to go to this directory and confirm that the Docker Compose package is there. So if I go to usr local bin, so let's go there. So we move to that directory usr local bin, and then here if we do ls-l, we can see that the package is there, Docker Compose. However, it is owned by root, so we probably need to change some permissions. And if we go to the instructions here, it tells us to make it executable. Alright, so we'll do that. Let's make it an executable command. So I will do the sudo chmod, and then we do +x, I believe is correct, +x, and then Docker Compose. So that will add the file as executable, and as you can see, after I type ls-l, we can see that the x parameter is being added to the line of the command. Okay, so now Docker Compose should be executable, and if we look at the instructions here, we can test that we can run Docker Compose version by typing docker-compose --version. So let's try that. If we do sudo, maybe we don't even need the sudo. Let's try without sudo. Docker -compose --version, and that confirms that it's installed. That verified that we have it running correctly, as the website say here. So that's working okay. This part here is only if the command doesn't work and we have an issue. We have to create a symbolic link, but everything worked for us without have to adding the symbolic link. So that is fine. And if we go back here, I think if we run the same command from here, yeah, it also works. Okay, so the Docker Compose part is completed. So this part is also done. Docker installation is completed. Docker Compose installation is also completed. So now we go to the Umbrel requirements installation before installing Umbrel. For that, we're going to move to the GitHub website of Umbrel, and as you can see, here are the requirements for the installation. So to install in a PC, we need at least 4 GB of RAM. We're okay. We have more than that. We have around 8 GB of RAM. We require to have at least 6 GB of space on free data. We are good on that as well, because we have LSBLK. We have a partition called Bitcoin with a hard drive attached of 2 terabytes, almost 3 terabytes. So we have enough space. As well, we need Docker Compose, and we have already Docker Compose. We installed it. We need Python version 3, so let's make sure that we have Python installed. Python 3 -- version. We have already Python installed, so we don't need to install Python. It's already installed in Ubuntu. So we need to install this other requirements here. So we already installed curl. As you remember, we installed that before, but if we just copy and paste this command, it doesn't hurt. It will just tell us that it was installed already. So we just copy that series of commands, and then we paste it here and press enter, and it will install anything that is missing. So right now it's installing the other requirement, the fswatch, libongs. These are requirements for Umbrel to work. And once we complete that part, then we go back here to the options, and then it tells us make sure that the user ID is 1000, verify by running ID -u, ID -u. So we can verify that this way. I will clear the screen, and then if I do id-u, it confirms that we are user number 1000, so that is confirmed. That's good. And ensure that your account is correctly permissioned to use Docker. This one is we already also verified that, because we did here, or we can just run these commands just to verify that we can do it. But I think we're already there, but it doesn't hurt to do that. So let's see, sudo group add docker. I think we have a group already called docker. So if I do id, this command id will tell us if the user Jair is part of Docker group. So I don't see the Docker group here. And let's follow the instructions then, and then we create a group called Docker, and then we will add the user Jair to Docker group. Okay, and then we'll need to log out and log back in, looks like. So let's test that. Sudo group add docker, and then add the user to the group. So let's do the command sudo group add docker. I didn't see it. It said that the group docker exists, but I didn't see it here. Maybe it's not showing here because we need to log out and log back in. That's probably why. I think that part is we don't need to do it because it's already there, I think. So we will just need to log out and log back in, because the group docker is already exist. And if we look at Jair, okay, and then user ag docker user. So let's run this command just to be sure. It might tell us that it's already there as well. So okay, so even if we log in, the user Jair will be already added to this. So if we type id, I think standby share, yeah, it's not showing docker yet because probably we need to log out. All right, so we complete that part as well. And for the next step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to log out and log back in, and we will verify that the user Jair is part of the Umbrel group, and that we have the Docker group, and that we have the Docker group as well. And then we will proceed with installation of Docker of Umbrel, which is Umbrel installation and initial setup. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.